so excited because I finally got that ring light that everyone has. I'm a real YouTuber. But it's kind of hard because I have to make sure I don't lift my head up so you can see the rings. Ooh, it's my eyes. It's my eyes. I'm excited to have this light because it means I don't have to inch so close to my window and also angle my lamp over my head, possibly burning down my house. I don't know if you can see. Oh, there it is. Ooh, yeah, I burnt a hole in the wall. So this was a safety concern, mostly. But I am so excited for this book because I love when my theories are right. So remember back when I first started my first ever video, it was Goodnight Moon. This book inspired my whole channel. I would encourage you before looking at watching this video to watch that video right up here because you will not know exactly what I'm talking about. And also make sure you hit the like and subscribe. That would be awesome. Drum roll, please. The book we're doing today. I'm so excited because I don't know if many people have read this book, but I had a hunch that there was a connection between Goodnight Moon and this book, and I was right. So I'm going to do Runaway Bunny by Margaret Wise Brown. I've got Goodnight Moon right here to reference, but if you see on the back, it says Runaway Bunny, which is the same book. Okay, so I'm like, okay, so they like bunnies. But then remember, in the other video, I said that the illustrator could not draw people. So he was able to draw bunnies, I guess. And I just kind of thought, like, the Runaway Bunny, like, is this a continuation or connected to Goodnight Moon? And it is. I know, you're gonna say, listen, that's not a stretch. Listen, they're both bunnies. It's probably about the same. You're not hot. S-H-I-T. There is more to this universe than we ever realized. And let's get started. And it's black and white and it's small. I do apologize. So it's kind of hard. So I will try my best. Well, it's mostly black and white. It doesn't do the same thing that, Goodnight Moon does, where it's like every other one. It's no pattern, which is number one. I don't like, but there was once a bunny, and he told his mom, I want to run away, and she was like, goodbye, like any mother does. No, she was actually like, I'll run after you because I'm a good mother. So then he said, well, if you run after me, I'm gonna become a trout. I'm gonna swim away from you. And she's gonna say, if you swim away, I'm gonna be a fisherman and hook you on my line. It's not exactly what she says, but you get the gist. Well, this is what we see, some correlation. Look at this picture. Do you guys remember this picture? Yeah, it's the little bunny jumping for the carrot, and the mom is fishing for him. Where do you say is that? In Goodnight Moon, people. We see it above the bookcase. Right there. Do you see it? She's fishing for the bunny. So my question is, did this family of bunnies immortalize this experience of this little bunny wanting to run away by painting it on a canvas. That's weird. And so, moving on, he's like, okay, if you become a fisherman, then I'm going to become a rock on the mountain. And then she's like, well, if you become a rock, I'm going to become a climber, and I'm going to hook my hook into you. Again? So, she's dressed as some yodeler looking for her child. Okay, then he's like, fine, if you're gonna be a mountaineer, I'm gonna be a crocus and hide in the garden. And she's like, okay, if you're gonna hide in the garden, I guess I have to be a gardener. It's not my favorite hobby, but I guess it's my only option because I'm chasing you across the world. But then she says, and I will find you. I will find you and pluck you from this garden. Wow, I'm putting a real dark spin to this. And then she is a gardener, and then the bunny is right here, hidden. Actually, is the bunny hidden? Oh, and the bunny in the mountain is hidden up here. That's cute. I like that. That's cute. And then he's like, okay, if you're going to become a gardener, I'm going to become a bird. And she's like, okay, well, I'll be a tree that you can live in. And that's like just an easy fix. It's like, well, we are already having this problem. I don't want to live with you now. I also don't want to live with you as a bird, okay? So if you're going to become a tree, oh, and then it's a little bunny tree and a little bunny, I guess this beautiful wings. He's like, okay, fine. Fine, if you become a tree, this is an easy fix. I'm gonna become a sailboat and sail away from you. And then she's like, oh honey, then I'm gonna become the wind and I'm gonna blow you around and I'm gonna follow you around as the wind. Do you hear that? I'm gonna follow you. That's the gist of what she says. And he's a bunny sailboat. And he's like, okay, if you become the wind, then I'm gonna join the circus and fly on the trapeze, which that's not a good thought, because, like, if she's the wind, then she can just blow you off the trapeze. But she's like, no, I'm not gonna go that far. I'll be a tightrope walker, and I'll walk across the air to you. Oh, look, he can kind of draw people. Look, there's actually people in this world. Okay, well, now I have a lot of questions. First of all, I just want to point out, the ringmaster looks like he has a unibrow. But also, like, so there are animals in this picture. And we've already established there are animals in the other one. But the bunny also had a doll, like a human doll, on his bookcase. And now there's humans and bunnies. Now, my question is, if you look, there's like a donkey. And then there is, I think, like a poodle or a lion dog. I don't know. And then a monkey. They kind of look like they are animals in the circus, but if there's rabbits, like, flying around, there could be also, like, you know, the donkeys and stuff are, like, sentient. But actually, my theory is kind of gone, because the people in the audience are only people and not animals. Interesting. And then we get all cutesy, and it's like, fine, if I can't do anything, I'm just gonna become a little boy and run into the house and get away from you. And the mom's like, well, if that's the case, then I'm gonna be your mom and be in that house. But also, question. Okay, I have a question. So this whole time, this answers my question. Sorry. He says, I'm going to be a boy. You could surmise that, okay, like, he's a boy rabbit, so he's going to come back to being a boy rabbit. Nay, I say. He wants to be a boy human. As you can see, in the beginning and all throughout the book, he doesn't have clothes on in these black and white pictures. And in most of the pictures. I think in the circus one he does. Oh, they do have some clothes, but in the black and white, he does not. And yet, when he says, I'm going to become a boy, he has some clothes on. So there is a difference between humans and rabbits. And then finally, we have them in the room, in the red room, which, man, these bunnies need some lessons in interior design. The boys' room is green with red carpet, and the living room is red with green carpet. Jeez, talk about clashing. But as you see, there is a cow jumping over the moon. So we definitely know that this is the same house, but my other question is, they're not in the same room. It's a green room, so they just like really love this friggin' cow picture. And then I also want to point out, like, are these kangaroos? So are they Australian bunnies? Possibly. So then the bunny's like, oh shucks, I might as well just be a bunny because you're just gonna follow me everywhere, so what's the point? And she's like, yeah, exactly, have a carrot. And then this is where my question is, or this I think answers the whole universe thing. It just shows them in a hole, in a garden, in a space that is not human-like. They are actual bunnies in an actual bunny hole with actual bunny food. So, does that mean this whole story is just going on in these bunnies' head? They're just like imagining it. You know that like soap opera that was just happening in like a kid's snow globe? Goodnight Moon is just an imagination of a little bunny. And then also I have a question, like, why does he want to run away from his mom? Like, that's never established. Like, yes, I can see, like, she's overbearing because she's like, I'm gonna follow you everywhere you go. So, he might as well just stay here with good old mom. But, like, is he running away because his mom got upset for him his mom got upset at him for saying goodnight to everything in his room for an hour every night? That's a possibility. But I would like some context. I would like to know why. Why is he running away? So anyways, I'm gonna rate this book. Now, without like reading or connecting it to Goodnight Moon, I don't think I would like the book very much because it's just very bleh. Very just like paint by the numbers. You know he's gonna come back to the mom, and you know he's gonna say something witty and cute, and it's just gonna be happy. I mean, that would be a different story if it wasn't. So, but I love the connection between Goodnight Moon and this book. I love that they like put the pictures in and you wouldn't really notice, but you do. But if you look close, you would. So I kind of like that. So I think that boosts it up. So from 1 to carrot, it's a 3-ring circus. Bye-bye.